Nathan, I think, like all of us, I left deep down on Tuesday night with slightly mixed emotions. On the one hand, I was really pleased to have gone toe to toe with a good championship side and should have won, I think, but also a little bit frustrated that just two mistakes, two goals was what told in the end. Was that the same with you?
Yeah, look, if there's one mistake. The other one, we just got to deal better with certain situations. We've got to start the half better. We've got to win our header, not get so little things. But look, on the whole, so many positives to come out of it. But it's very difficult to see those positives when you don't win the game. Now, regardless of opposition, and yeah, we have to be respectful of a championship team. But we have a belief in here that we can do something. That we are this certain side. So that was no surprise to me. We didn't go there with any fear. We didn't go there and sat back and think, well, you dictate. And we went after the game. We pressed them as high as we possibly could. We had more possession, more shots on target. Look, and the better chances. So I was very pleased with the overall performance, and that's what we have to take from the game. But there's also a learning curve from it. That we are very, very good defensively, and the other day that's the thing that let us down.
And it's not a case of we went into the game not in good form, because we are, and we have been, and so we've shown that performances are there. Is it a case of saying to the players, look, that's what you did again? It might just be one game against a championship side, but that's the nature of where we want to be.
Well, we have a mentality around us. We train a certain way. We talk. The language we use, the mentality we have, it is always positive, aggressive language in terms of things. So we showed that the other day, and we've shown that especially in recent weeks, the last 6-7 games, and even before that. Look, at times we don't hit the standards we want to, but we're always aggressive. We always try to win games, but lately we've been in good form, and we want to continue that. So we will take the positives from the other day. The learning curves we have to, because they're constant, and then go into a real tough period of fixtures.
I was talking about a heavy load you mentioned there on players over Christmas period. Well, it hasn't got any easier. We've got 6 games in 3 weeks. How is the squad? We've seen recently Kane training, Tenay back, Zach Mitchell back, so that's got to help in the coming month.
Absolutely, we're in a better place, in terms of that, getting people back. We said we're going to streamline the squad, but make sure that we have the quality and the numbers and the fitness levels, the recovery and everything to handle this period. And look, we're looking forward to this period, because we've had a few games called off. The Crawley game was really frustrating. The Preston game was really frustrating because it meant they just delayed that game, which meant our preparation for this has had to be slightly different. But now we're looking forward to being game, because you can't do that every week. But for the next 3 weeks, we're looking forward to that challenge and the rhythm, hopefully, that we can gain.
As I said before, Tuesday night was really a continuation of the form we've been on, and obviously we're back to league action with 2 tough trips coming up, 2 tough long distance away trips. Rotherham up first, just below us in the table, and a decent run of form themselves. What do you expect up there?
The toughest of games, Rotherham are always a really competitive side at this level. The manager's always really competitive at this level. So we are under no illusions what kind of test we're going to have. It'd be very difficult. 2 sides in good form, and they've had a couple of good wins in this week. Obviously Saturday and Tuesday in the cup. So it'll be a real tough game. We know that, but we are prepared for that, and we are looking forward to it.
Yeah, it was a tight one at the Valley, 1-1 draw. So something similar, you'd think.
Yeah. Look, we have no idea how it's going to go, but we're in a better place now than we were. We feel, in terms of the squad, but it's always the toughest of tests when you come up against Rotherham United.
Just finally, we're in the transfer window. Of course, all transfer windows tend to be run the same way. Most stuff happens towards the end. January, particularly, is always fairly strange. Do you expect the same sort of activity, most of it towards the end of the window?
Well, we don't. If historically, myself, I'm usually, I try to be with my recruitment department and with the club really well organised, and so that we do our business early, so that we're not scrambling around. Sometimes it's a bit of an anticlimax, because we're not scrambling around, and we're not coming up on Sky at late on at 11 o'clock. We've got one over the line, because we're usually very organised. This window's a little bit more difficult in terms of finding players that will add significantly to what we have, and that's what we have to do. We're in a real good place squad-wise. We said we're going to streamline because we need now to get it down to those players who I feel that we can move forward with. So we want to streamline it. We've managed to do that a little bit already, and then when we have people coming in, it is people that have to be different or to add to our 11, not the squad. We're not in any interest to extend the squad. What we want to do is add real competition, real quality to the 11, and sometimes that takes a little bit of time.